Flying saucers, delayed launches, and grand finales. This week, it's all about spacecraft. Hello space fans, welcome to another edition of Space Fan News. The Orbiting Carbon Observatory 2, or OCO2, was about to launch the morning of July 1st, but was cancelled with less than a minute left in the countdown. The reason for the next launch was a malfunction noticed by engineers in the water suppression system, which is used to dampen the acoustic energy during launch in the launch pad. The primary mission of OCO2 is to provide high-resolution observations of regional atmospheric carbon sources, as well as areas that absorb the molecule, known as sinks. OCO2 was a planned initial mission of 2 years, with the capability of providing more observations in the future. A defective solenoid valve was successfully replaced, and OCO2 was launched into space by a Delta II rocket from Vandenberg Air Force Station at 2:56 this morning. According to Ralph Basilio, the mission's project manager out of Jet Propulsion Laboratory, the observatory is healthy, communicating with ground-based and space-based comm networks. Another spaceflight success is NASA's Low-Density Supersonic Decelerator with its test run in Hawaii. LDSD, or as it's more easily recognized as the Flying Saucer, is a prototype landing craft that will hopefully be able to provide safe entry, descent, and landing of massive payloads onto Mars. The reason why this flying saucer is being developed is because it's pretty difficult to land on Mars, especially when what you're sending gets heavier and heavier. For instance, putting Spirit and Opportunity onto the surface of the red planet only required to be surrounded by enormous airbags, because the lander and rover only had the mass of 533 kilograms. Compare that to Curiosity's mass of 899 kilograms, and it was clear that we needed a better way to land on Mars than use a giant bubble. Though the Sky Crane was amazing in getting MSL to Mars, NASA's looking ahead for not only landing, but delivering the means to be able to launch off of Mars in the future. Their current way of landing using parachutes to decelerate dates back to the 1970s with Viking mission, but if we're going to be sending humans, habitats, and return ride to Earth, we need new methods to be invented. 2 of the 3 tests went off without a hitch, and with only the supersonic disc sail parachute failing to open. Now, that's not a horrible thing, as the primary test was for the rockets of the LDSD, leaving the 110-foot parachute and the supersonic inflatable aerodynamic decelerator, or flying saucer, to be deemed extra credit. 2 more sequences will be performed in early 2015 in order to test the technology for future deployment. I can't wait to see what happens, and I will keep you all in a loop with those tests. Finally, there are times when we must learn to say goodbye to things that we all love, and the Cassini spacecraft is loved by many. Cassini launched in 1997 and has given us a breathtaking perspective of Saturn and its moons by sending astonishing images and doing wonderful scientific observations. However, in 2016, it will begin its final stage of the mission, where it will orbit the innermost ring of Saturn 22 times and make an intentional swan dive into the planet. It's being called Cassini's grand finale after more than 2,000 public votes were collected back in April of 2014. During its last leg, the spacecraft will be performing some amazing science, mapping Saturn's gravity and magnetic fields, as well as measuring the makeup of its innermost ring, all while sending back gorgeous up-close pictures. It's a bit bittersweet for me, as I'm sure it is for many, because Cassini has done so much for us in understanding our home solar system. But Cassini needs to go somewhere, and it's best to be intentionally put in a safe place instead of accidentally contaminating Titan or Enceladus, which could be habitats for other life. So with only a few years left, what's been your favorite part of the Cassini mission? Let me know in the comments below. Well, that's it for this week, space fans. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to get your weekly fix of Space Fan News. Follow us over on Twitter at Space Fan News, and our Tumblr is at spacefannews.com. I will see you all next week, and as always, keep looking up.